Hello YouTube, welcome to another episode of Voice Breakdown, the show where we teach you how to imitate some of the most iconic voices. I'm your host, Brendan Houdek, and today I will be teaching you how to imitate the voice of Squidward Tennis Balls.
That's Tentacles!
Tentacles. Like all of the voices on SpongeBob SquarePants, the voice of Squidward, voiced by Roger Bumpus, is instantly recognizable. Squidward might usually be in a bad mood, but learning how to imitate him is sure to put you in a good one. Though, I wonder how hearing a bunch of people imitating him would make him feel.
Rage, fury, irritation, humiliation.
Yikes. Well, you all know what time it is.
Is it time already for you to ruin my day?
No, Squidward. It's time to break this voice down.
Yep, it is.
Component number 1, the vocal cords. Squidward has a lower pitched voice.
I hate
It will
all-
occasionally rise as he gets more manic or laughs, but typically you can err on the low side of things. Additionally, his voice is very tight and compressed. You won't hear too much air leaking when he speaks. Lastly, when his voice is at its lowest, you might hear some
vocal fry. It's been a thrill serving you.
Component number 2, the larynx. The larynx is one of the less important variables involved in imitating Squidward's voice. The larynx will raise some, but this tends to happen as a result of the other components as opposed to us trying to raise the larynx on purpose. That being said, don't fight the movement of the larynx. Let it rise if it wants to. Component number 3, the tongue. You might notice a certain bubble-like quality to Squidward's voice. This is accomplished by a few different movements of the tongue, as well as the soft palate, which we will discuss in a moment. There are 3 things to keep in mind for the tongue. First, we need to do a mild degree of tongue clench.
It isn't going to be 100% clenched,
but we do want a little bit of that tongue clenched. Second, we want to retract the back of the tongue. Lastly, we also want to raise the back of the tongue upward to add some brightness to the voice. Check out our component focus number 3 video about the tongue to learn all about the different movements it can do and to get some great exercises to help you gain control over this component.
Please hit me as hard as you can. Don't hold back.
Component number 4, the soft palate. Perhaps the most important component of all is the soft palate. The defining characteristic of Squidward's voice is how much sound goes into the nose. While we of course can't do 100% into the nose, because that would sound like this, we want to add as much nasal resonance as we can while still having some sound come out of the mouth so we can understand what is being said. You can practice this by first making an NG sound, like at the end of the word sing. Then hold out this sound and slowly transition to an ah. Once it just starts becoming recognizable as an ah, then hold that resonance there. Then you can try to speak words with that resonance.
No, I do not want a Krabby Patty.
You also could highlight this strange resonance by doing a slight pinching of the nose. We don't want to pinch it all the way as that would cut off too much of the sound, but a slight nose pinch will modify the sound just enough to make it very distinctly Squidward.
No, I do not want a Krabby Patty. No, I do not want a Krabby Patty. What is it, SpongeBob? Annoy Squidward Day?
Component number 5, articulation. During typical articulation or enunciation, there are 3 nasal consonant sounds in English. These are n, and ng. This means that for these sounds, we want to send the sound into the nose. For Squidward, however, we want to send a lot of sound into the nose for every one of his sounds. Try to turn every sound into a nasal sound, and you will sound just like Squiddy.
Just when I thought they couldn't get any stupider.
Component number 6, prosody. Squidward seems to be perpetually in a bad mood. Any moments of happiness tend to be short-lived. As such, we want to reflect that in his prosody. Be sure to always make his inflections sound annoyed, irritated, or mad. Irritation and annoyance can be expressed with a slow speed, very little pitch changes, and a slight drop in pitch at the end.
Another day, another migraine. Too bad that didn't kill me.
Anger can be expressed by raising the volume and pitch of the voice, as well as accentuating certain words to show particular frustration.
SpongeBob, if I were trapped at the bottom of a well for 3 years with nothing to eat but a Krabby Patty, I'd eat my own legs first. And not just the extra ones.
Let's recap. Component number 1, the vocal cords. We want to have a low pitch, significant compression, and occasional vocal fry. Component number 2, the larynx. We can allow the larynx to rise as a result of the other components. Component number 3, the tongue. We want a moderate degree of tongue clench and a retracted and raised back of tongue. Component number 4, the soft palate. Lower the soft palate to allow for a lot of nasal resonance. Component number 5, articulation. Nasalize consonants and vowels as much as possible. Component number 6, prosody. Be sure to sound irritated and annoyed.
Thank you for watching New York Speech Coaching's Voice Breakdown, episode number 23. It's been a thrill breaking down this voice with you. Be sure to check out future episodes of Voice Breakdown, the show where we teach you how to imitate some of the most iconic voices. I, Squidward, will personally not be there. I hope I never see you again. Tentacles! I hate all of you.